Traders in the building, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm so glad that you've discovered me. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the continued love and support. You already know what time it is, man. It's that time of the week where I'll do the weekly analysis, and today I'll be doing the dollar index, gold, US30 and US100. And I'll start with the dollar index since it's the first on the watch list. But before that, man, please do allow me to walk you guys through something. There's an article that I just saw on TradingView that I would love for us to go through. If you were wondering why gold is bought so much, this will definitely explain to you guys why. So it says, update, gold surges on safe haven buying as treasury yields drop, right? So let's read the article. You will have to go and read it on your own, right? But let's just touch base on it. It says gold surges back above the $1900 mark early on Friday as it continues to attract safe haven buyers amid Israel war on Hamas following the Saturday terror attacks by the Islamist group, while treasury yields gave back some day prior gains after the US reported higher than expected inflation. This was when they spoke about the CPI. You saw that gold, it did drop. However, that was not good enough to keep gold from going up. And then they say the rise comes as the metal returns to its role or as a store of value, right? After Israel declared war on Hamas after the surprise Saturday attack. Remember that on Saturday, the Hamas, they invaded Israel, and then they attacked, and they took hostages and they killed a number of people over there. You should follow up. This is very important, guys. I don't want to focus really on this, but it is very important. I don't want to read actually. I'm very tired to read, but you should go ahead and read this one. But let's just finish. That killed hundreds of civilians. It also follows on rising expectations of higher interest rates after the United States on Thursday reported inflation ran hotter than expected last month. Usually a bearish note for the metal, right? Okay, so I think that's just about that. If you are interested in this article, you're just gonna go ahead on TradingView. It's just actually all of these articles, they speak about the same thing. Just go ahead and check it out. And over here, this is where other traders share their thoughts on what they think the market is gonna do. Go ahead and check it out. And over here, this is where they share their charts. If you want to see what other traders are seeing in the market, go ahead and check that out. But yeah, man, let's start the video without wasting time. Let's start with the dollar index. So I'm bullish on this particular instrument, and I've been bullish on this instrument. And yeah, man, I've been bullish on this instrument. Let me explain why. So the simple thing is, we are in a bullish trend. This is the obvious thing to note. We are in a bullish trend. We keep making higher highs, obviously, and we keep making higher lows, right? Another reason, simple reason, is we are currently above a level of sensitivity. We are currently above a support. You notice it was a resistance for some time before over there. Price broke, came back, couldn't break this low, couldn't break over here, and then as you can see, we are getting that bullish momentum, and I am expecting that this market is gonna go at least up to that high. But how can you take advantage of this move going to the upside? Again, it's easy. Go to a smaller time frame, the one that you prefer. Start with the daily time frame. I will encourage you, and what you look for is structure suggesting that this market is gonna buy. You might be wondering to yourself, why is the dollar index going up simultaneously with gold at the same time? Because you've known me to always say that the dollar index, whenever it goes up, gold should come down, such things. But now this is the time where price is really more fundamentally based than technically, right? So the US is how can I put, okay, let me just encourage you, go ahead and read, and I'll try to post maybe a video explaining this, how it affects the market and everything, because I'm trying to keep this video very short. For now, let's just focus on the technical analysis part of it. So as you can see, we did get that break over here, clean break over of this resistance, and price came to retest, though I was not interested to buy at this point, but it bought. So what can you do next week? This is what I'm looking for. I'm expecting that this market is going to continue to break that high, come for a retest, and this is where you can buy this market potentially to those highs that we've been speaking about in the past over there, right? So you just need to just pay attention. And yeah, man, that's all I have for the US dollar index. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Let's move on to gold. This is the pair that I trade specifically. Let's start with the monthly time frame. And this instrument, guys, it has been wow. Actually not even last week alone, just let's speak about Friday. On Friday, this particular instrument, it moved like no one's business. So just to give you my bias, technically I'm bearish on this market. Overall, I am bearish on this market, and the reason why is simply because we come from an area of sensitivity over there, right? We come from this trend line over here, resisting trend line, first touch, second touch, third touch, and a fourth touch over there, right? However, you might be wondering, why do I have that arrow pointing up? Well, this arrow comes as the war wages in the Middle East. So now my perspective is changing because of these fundamentals. Technically I am bearish, but fundamentally I am bullish, right? I will not be expecting this market to drop anytime soon for as long as this war persists. And if you want to know what that means, go ahead and do a research on why gold is called a safe haven. It's a safe haven because it has been known to store value over time. This is the only metal that can store value like nothing else. It cannot be affected by inflation, nothing at all. So this is why inflation, war, it is just bulletproof, right, on times of crisis. So what can you do next week? What should you do next week? And if you think I'm confusing that overall, I say I'm bearish but I'm bullish because of fundamentals, you can just comment down below and I will explain to you guys why. So as you can see, we've been dropping over here nicely, coming to the downside, and price just recently found support from this low over here. And this is the low that I did speak about last week. I said we should watch out for this low. Actually, not even last week, the last one, I did say that this was the low where we should expect price to come to, and when it gets there, we just need to observe what price is doing at the time. If price is breaking that area, we retest, we sell it. But if price is really respecting this area, then we look for buyers, and this is exactly what it did. And that's exactly what I did. I bought. I didn't sell last week. I tried after CPI, but overall I bought. So now the reason why I'm bullish is because, number one, the fundamentals. It is very important to look at the fundamentals at this point because the war is bringing in a lot of demand for gold, right? But how can you trade this market fundamentally? Where are your potential areas of interest where you could say, okay, this is where I'm going to place my buy? Okay, it's over here. I do see price breaking this high. Absolutely, I do expect for gold next week to open this high and to break this high. And as soon as it breaks this high, I'm just going to continue buying it to these highs over here. And if the war still is active, again, I will expect it to break this high and I'll continue buying it, because at this point, if you are going to sell gold, you're just going to lose money unnecessarily, right? But let me show you what I traded last week, how I traded rather last week. These were the trades over here. I believe this was on a Tuesday. I'm not quite sure, but I think it was on a Tuesday. So as you can see, so this particular broker doesn't show that gap that we also were that when the market opened. When the market opened, man, it just jumped immediately. It jumped. And as soon as it did that, I then went on to research why did the market do that, because it was an unexpected event. And then that's when I realized that, oh, actually there's been the Hamas have attacked Israel, and as a result, this is why the market dropped like that, because gold is known as a safe haven. So whenever there is indecision in the economy, there is conflict in the economy, gold is always gonna buy. Go ahead and check when there was coronavirus, gold bought. When there was Ukraine and Russia, gold bought. Anytime there's just uncertainty in the economy, gold is gonna buy. Go and check it and just to double check for yourself, right? So what then I did, I say, okay, we do note that we do have an area of significance over here, right? I noted this as an area of significance over here, and I said, if price can break this resistance over here, I'd really love to buy on the retest, right? And then as soon as it did that, I looked at this area and I was like, beautiful. Then I took my entry over here, right, and I got it because of the fundamentals. Look at what happened, and I'll post a screenshot over here, obviously, and then price, I entered, it went up, and over here I noticed we just broke another resistance over here on the retest. I was looking to scale up, and then I did scale up, and second entry I took it, and also I targeted the same high over there, and I made money from that, right? And the next day I was like, okay, on the next day price was still continuing to go up, and I was like, you know what, it's fine, because that day was a CPI, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy on the retest of this resistance over here. And to my surprise, I was not respected that area. Gold just decided to come for this low over here. It came for this low, and this is where we saw those buys on Friday. So what it did is it took me out, and that was the loss, my first loss of the week. When my rules of trading is that if my support is broken, it becomes my resistance. So my support over here was broken, becomes my resistance. I sold, I lost that trade, and from there I decided, you know what, I'm done for the week. Either way, I had a good one trading, so I was like, I'm not gonna trade for the rest of the week. And as you can see, man, the market, it went up. And if you're wondering why, it's because in the Israeli government, they ordered that Gaza residents to evacuate the northern strip of Gaza to go to the southern in the next 24 hours. Just go and do your research, man. That's all I have for this particular instrument, by the way. Let me not waste time on it. I'll most definitely try to update you guys on what will continue happening, but for now, this is what we should do on gold. Wait a retest of or wait a break and a retest of this particular area, and we continue. Even if it doesn't give us that retest, by the way, even if it doesn't give us the retest on this daily time frame, because price is just going bullish, you just need to go on a smaller time frame and look for those retests, small retest, break retest, and just continue buying this market. That's all I have for you for the week that is coming. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. I'm bullish, you should be bullish. Or if price could decide to come back to this low over here again, we should look for buyers. Let's look for buyers, man. Let's be safe. Moving on, US30. I'm bearish on this particular market, and let me explain to you guys why. Go to the higher time frame. Do I need to? I don't think I need to. I don't think I really need to go to the higher time frame, but let me explain based on this time frame that we are in. As you can see, this particular market, it's been caught up in a range, if you can call it that. I don't know. You notice that the market is really trying to move in a sideways manner at the moment. And if you go into the past, it's been doing that same thing, right? It's been buying over here, selling over here, and then we saw that over here didn't get to that high, but I do think that it's coming back to this low, and then from this low we can see that bullishness again. So it's kind of moving sideways. So the reason why I'm bearish is simply because we do have a trend line that the market just recently broke. This is the trend line that I'm referring to. See, first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch. Price broke that trend line without, like, it broke it like it was not there, right? And now we do have a low over here that price just recently respected from. If you notice over here, there's a lot of, okay, let me remove this thing over here, this arrow. So price bought because it came from this low, which we did expect last week that price was gonna buy from. It bought and then got to that resistance, didn't really touch it, but as you can see, we're already getting that rejection. So if you're trading this market, you can expect that this market is gonna continue coming down, and you can just keep on looking for entries to the downside. And when the market breaks this low, hopefully on the retest, you can continue to sell. That's all I have for US30, man. There's nothing more, there's nothing less. Fundamentally, I don't know how it's going to be affected. I didn't do my research. You should do your own research if you are trading this particular market specifically. Moving on to the last play of the day. I was really trying not to make this video long, but as I see, man, it seems as if I did make it very long. Let's go to the higher time frame, the monthly time frame. So the reason why I'm bullish on this particular instrument, I'll explain to you guys, simply because we are in a bullish trend. This is very clean to understand, very obvious, right? As you can see also here, we do come from a support and price has been moving up, right? However, that's not the only reason why I'm bullish. If you go to the daily time frame, the current structure all over there, it is suggesting that this market is respecting this particular support over here. There is a support at this area that price has been supporting from, respecting that area, very clean over there. And as you can see last week, man, price really did support from here, and then it bought, and then it went to this high over here, and this is where we are getting that rejection. So that rejection, I'm expecting, is just going to come back to this gray area that I highlighted over here, and from here this is where we can expect to buy. And again, you just need to look for structure on a smaller time frame, because this is the daily time frame. I'm just giving you the overall direction of the market. I'm bullish. So what does it mean? You should go to a smaller time frame and look for buys based on the higher time frame. Meaning, when you go to a smaller time frame, what are you looking for? You're looking for something like this. Let me show you. On a smaller time frame, this is what you're looking for. You're just looking for anything that is suggesting that the market is going to buy, areas where you could potentially buy. Over here, I do note that this gray area is a support. So as you can see, the market broke it, came back to support it, and then it bought from that. So you can expect the same thing again. From here, you just buy. If it breaks this high, you retest, you buy. Breaks this high, retest, you buy. Breaks this high, retest, you buy. Just so on and so forth. Man, I hope this video made sense. If I didn't, do comment down below and I'll try to make it make sense. If you watched up to this far, thank you guys for the continued love and support. Let's meet next week, same time, same place. I love you guys, and I am out.